When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. That just might work.
Welcome back to another episode of the Michel Matters Podcast. I'm Jocks Michel.
And I'm Jackie Michelle.
Welcome back.
Hey, guys. Another week in quarantine.
Right? Day number, who knows?
Yeah.
I do know.
I'm not keeping count anymore.
But I've been keeping count of how long it's been since I've had a haircut.
Oh, God.
This is day 30, people.
I told you I'll hook you up. I'll give you the tape.
You give me the hookup?
Yeah,
I don't want the hookup.
I'll shape up the beard.
I don't want the hookup. I might let you do
and
that.
I'll moisturize the hair, everything.
I might let you do that.
Yeah. I'll do a part.
That's where you lost me.
No, I can do a part.
I feel you.
We're going to do it today.
No.
Today?
Today
what? We got time.
Tonight.
Today.
Nah.
We got time. What else have we been doing?
I mean, how you been handling quarantine?
I'm fine. I'm just keeping busy. I still have like some projects coming in from clients and stuff, freelance gigs, making masks, and doing things around the house. So that's really what I'm up to. And I'm just trying to rest. Like, I haven't been really intentional, but I've been like making sure like, hey, wake me up in like an hour, because I want to get a little something. Yeah.
That was random. That was just once.
Yeah. No, that was twice. I took an hour nap twice.
Okay.
But I want to do that more this week and going forward because we're not going to get this time back.
You're right.
So I'm like, let's just rest up.
You're right.
Yep. Been riding my bike. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been okay. The only real difference has been work, pretty much. I kind of miss actually going to work.
Yeah. You're one of those.
Well, because it lets me miss home a little bit, so I actually have something to look forward to.
Okay.
So now I don't miss my home because I be in it all day.
Yeah.
But when you actually leave, you're like, dang, I can't wait to get home.
Right.
So I kind of miss that feeling. But aside from that, I will say, God humbled me this past week.
Talk about it.
So I don't know. Should I get into specifics?
You don't have to.
But so I went to go buy a TV. Being home, we've been working on a lot of like home projects.
Yeah.
So part of it was mounting a TV in our bedroom, which was done, no problem. But that was the TV in the living room.
Yes.
So we moved that TV from the living room to the bedroom, and now we need a new living room TV. So of course,
need being subjective.
No, we needed to put a new TV there.
Because we moved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the want came in the size of the TV.
Yeah.
That's where the greed came in. And I wanted as big a TV as I could find. So I bought as big a TV as I could find. So we came in, we had everything set up, pulling the TV out the box. Literally, like, I bought the TV, I have a truck, and the TV would not sit flat in the bed of my truck. Like, it was that big, like, I had to, and this is not like, talk, but I had to diagonally set the TV in the truck.
Yeah. Just
to get it here. And I was hyped. Getting ready, Jackie helps me. We pull the TV out the box.
And I was not trying to be a part of that process. Like, I was busy doing other things. She didn't have a choice. Every 5 minutes, hey, can you help me? Can you help me do this? Can you help me? And I'm just like, bro.
So we ended up opening the box, and I'm getting ready to start mounting the brackets on the back of the TV. But I'm like, let me look at the TV. And I look at the TV, big crack in the TV. So immediately I start freaking out like, oh my gosh. I look up like, what's the return policy? And I'm going on the Best Buy website, and all I see is horror stories about people trying to return their TV, and Best Buy like basically blaming the customer for the way they handled the TV, and that's why it broke or whatever. So I'm having like all this, and then the next morning, because this happened kind of towards the end of the day, I had to wait until the next day to return it. So I was stressing from the moment I noticed the crack to the next morning. And
I just was trying to make sure that he didn't caused
she thought I broke
the crack. No, I didn't think so. I was just like, I just want to make sure, because when you asked me to help you bring it in, I just told you, give me a minute, because I literally have paint on my hands. And then in 10 minutes, I come inside and the TV is inside. So I was like, since he took it in by himself, I don't know what happened.
That's not what
Because he
happened.
couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait. I was hyped. So whatever, I did it by myself. I figured out a way. Ingenuity. You know, come on, man. I do this, right? So whatever, I take the TV back. And, well, first I called, because I tried calling Best Buy that night. It kept getting, like, putting me in the answer machine. So then finally I called in the morning before I went. Jake was like, why don't you just call? So I called, and they kind of like passing me around. The lady was like, just bring the TV back. And I was like, but she didn't ask me no questions. So whatever. I go. I pull up to right in front of Best Buy. There's a guy outside. And like, mind you, I've been reading horror stories this whole time about people dealing with Best Buy for hours. And I pull up to the Best Buy, and the guy's like, return? I said, yeah. And he was like, all right, just pull up and we'll unload it. And then I was like, and then I walk out and I open the back of the truck, and he's like, oh, was there anything wrong with it? And I was like, yeah, there was a big crack in the TV. And he was like, okay, all right, just bring it in. I was like, he was like, all right, just park over there and somebody come out to you. So I'm sitting there, and some guy comes out. He don't have no papers in his hand, like no receipt for the exchange. And I'm like, oh, snap. They about to give me the bad news. And he comes up and he's like, I just want to let you know we don't have any more TVs in this size. So we're going to have to go a size up. And I was like, ooh, no. So also at this point, God has humbled me. And I was like, one, there's no more TVs at that size.
Yeah.
There was a big crack in it. And I was like, maybe God's trying to tell me, you don't need a TV that big.
Maybe.
So, and then when the guy was like, size up, I was like, nah, blood. Like, you don't got to size down? And then he was like, size down? Like, who goes down, right? So I ended up like just getting a full refund and going back and like researching and bought a whole new TV. But nonetheless, got the new TV up. That's another home project done on my end. But man, God definitely set me down. And after putting up the new TV, I was looking at the space, and I don't know if that TV might have been too big for our wall.
No, it would have worked.
You think so?
It would have still worked. It was just, I was
doing too much.
Yeah, you was extra.
And I'll admit, I'm glad you said that. You think it would work. I'm also glad I bought a TV a size down, because now I have something to look forward to.
Okay.
So when we get tired of this one.
When we get tired. How about when it just stops working?
Fine. One of the two. And I can still upgrade, like legitimately upgrade.
Yeah.
So that's something I have to look forward to.
You.
What?
Love that for you.
Thank you.
But we've also we've been social distancing, I guess.
No, we've been social distancing.
But like, Judy and London come over.
Yes.
On Sundays, and then we'll like do church here.
Yeah. So that's one good thing. And we've been doing church online.
And then we'll have like a pool party.
Pretty much. And for the last 2 Sundays, your boy has been chefing it up somewhat.
He's been grilling.
I grill. But even the week before, I made y'all a nice little Easter meal.
That's true. You did make a nice chicken corn broccoli.
Come on, man. Something light for the people.
With a little Alfredo. So that was good. That was really good.
So, what else?
I don't know. It's been like good being with each other and being home, and catching up with people. But then it's also been like sad. Yeah. So,
I guess on a more somber note, take this time to memorialize, celebrate the life of Mr. Charlemagne. He was a good friend, family member, almost to us. He went to be with the Lord 2 weeks ago, like right after we recorded the podcast, it feels like. Yeah. So that was, super sad, but I mean, it's just, you rest different when somebody went to be with the Lord. Right. Versus just passing away. So. Yeah.
And there's been, I feel like every time we log on Facebook or something, we see somebody else passing. People. So, the Martinez family, like, they lost. So just keep people in prayer. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy time right now.
So, yeah.
But, yeah. We did have comments on socials. Mm-hmm. I'll just say one. From Pillow Talk 8, which was episode 56, is love blind and dating takeaways. Sabrune said, and I believe it was on our YouTube channel, she said, I also have that perception. I feel like some men do find certain women intimidating and don't consider approaching them because they may have a higher chance of rejection. As humans in general, we all calculate our probabilities, which limits our potentials in any situation. We have a bunch of filters consciously and subconsciously. Just my thoughts. What do you think about that? You think men don't shoot their shot because of rejection?
No, for sure. I think that's what motivates people. But it's the idea of why they feel like they may be rejected sometimes it's just the energy people put off.
Yeah.
And that can be good and bad. It's not necessarily men are just intimidated by women. Maybe they're just intimidated by a certain personality that people have or show. And that's not even like, because sometimes it could be, men are intimidated by successful women. I don't think that's necessarily the truth.
Intimidated by rejection.
Yeah, I think they're more intimidated by the rejection, not the woman. Two totally different things.
Okay. I like it.
So, yeah.
So, as you know, you can subscribe and rate us on iTunes or any other podcast platform. You can send us comments on SoundCloud or on the gram at Michel Matters. And if you want to support the podcast, you could check out our website. We have merch. And then I'm going to add in like a sponsors link just so everything is there listed for you guys. So let's move on to the current matter.
All right.
So, for this week's current matter, I wanted to talk about this article that I have found a while ago, actually. This is something that happened in maybe early 2019 or early 2018. And it kind of has me thinking of like what could happen in the future. So, we'll get into that. This article, it was on Forbes, and we'll link it below. But it's basically talking about how there were these little robots that were made in order to deliver food to people. So instead of having like Uber Eats driver or whatever, like you would have these little robots. So they first rolled out 25 of these robots, and they delivered like Blaze Pizza, Starbucks lattes, and Dunkin' Donuts to like students on a college campus. And it worked out. So they wanted to continue doing that and just seeing how that would work. So a couple of things. They move at 4 miles per hour. Delivery happens in 30 minutes. You have to have your phone. So you can't just see a robot on the street and like unlock the robot and get the food in there. So you have to have your phone that you place the order in order to pick up the food. And, I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
I just feel like I got questions, right? Cause it's you have to see the article, but the vehicle toy, it looks like a toy car.
Yeah. It's so cute.
Like a toy remote control car. And my thing is just like, how does this thing, or how far can it legitimately travel? Like, what if there's no sidewalk? Or like, what, you're going to put that thing on the street?
Yeah.
It's small. Well,
I think that's really why they started on college campuses.
Yeah. Like, I could see it working in something like that. Mm-hmm. But like, if I wanted to order something from a store or a restaurant, how would that even work?
I think, there's a GPS in the little car. Yeah. But I guess I get you, because how will they know if the light is red or whatever?
No, that part they can understand. There's ways like like you think about like how Teslas work. They can figure out that type of information. There's like not to get too technical,
they can detect people.
But there's connected vehicle technology out there that can help it with stuff like that. But the thing is so tiny. Like, how do you prevent like another car from rolling over it? Or like, I'd rather take my chances with my Uber Eats guy.
Yeah, well, it would probably not be like on the street with the cars. It would probably be more of like a pedestrian. So it would be on the sidewalks with the
places
people.
that there are sidewalks.
Yes, well, that's true too. Yeah. But the concept is cool.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think there's time to develop this even more. And of course, they're temperature controlled. They said they hold like 3 boxes of pizza and like a salad and a drink or something like that.
So it's a little bit bigger. I guess the picture didn't do it justice. Yeah. It's a little bit bigger than what I think.
But also,
if it can hold 3 boxes of pizza,
how big? Because the Blaze pizzas are not that huge.
But 3 boxes. I'm assuming they mean like full size boxes.
Okay. I don't want to assume.
I don't like it. I'm just.
You don't like it?
No.
Could you imagine a little car delivering your food?
I'm not a fan of like this technology taking over the world completely.
Yeah.
I still like people, and I still like people having jobs, and I feel like the more technology we create, you're hurting people. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to eliminate all jobs, and I mean it's deep. It goes deeper because you think about it. Technology creates jobs. Don't get me wrong.
Yes,
but
it creates jobs to create the technology. But once we have the technology, do we need you anymore?
But my only issue with the jobs that it creates is that they are disproportionately distributed to people that are not of color. I mean, that's just a whole other topic.
Oh, we're going there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm just saying. But I am all for technology, but I just not to the point where it hurts people.
Yeah. Like,
it starts eliminating jobs that, people can, of course, things can be done more efficiently. Like, you could watch a baseball game and a robot could tell you if it's a ball or a strike. But I like the human element of it. Like, I don't want to replace people with technology.
Yeah. And then, like you said, like technology taking over the world and things going potentially wrong in this case. They did say, like they said, the robots look both ways before crossing the street. They detect people around them. But at UC Berkeley, a food delivery bot reportedly burst into flames in December. So imagine in Miami, like in the summer, like that's crazy. But they said no one was hurt. But it's just stuff like that I'm like, I don't know. But we can get into that on the Michel Matters. Do you want to just roll into it?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Okay.
All right, so for this episode's Michel Matter, we kind of wanted to, take a look into the future. This whole coronavirus, just the way it's kind of stopped everything that we're doing. It's also like changing the way we do things. So we're just gonna take a look, like, how will life? Well, not life, but I guess more so technology.
Yeah,
because life is gonna really be different. But that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, because I just feel like after all of this, or even during all of this, people are now thinking of ways like, okay, if human interaction needs to be lessened, what can we do in order to continue with this world functioning, I remember, I think it was in high school, when Kmart had the first like self-checkout lane.
Okay, yeah.
That was in high school, right?
Yes.
At least the Kmart by my house. That was the first time that they had a self-checkout. And I remember the cashier was just so mad, like, because they still had both, obviously, like we have today. And the cashier was mad. She was like, they're trying to get rid of us and da-da-da. Well, technically, they got rid of all Kmart, so it is what it is. But I was just like, this is so interesting. Like, I liked it because I was like, okay, I'm just getting this Alicia Keys CD and I can go home. Like, I don't have to wait in this line. But I think it was in 2017, 2018, at some point when I worked in Boca, and I walked to a Chase Bank, and literally there was nobody in there.
Yeah.
It was just like the machine. And I was like, what's happening? Like, this is weird. And now that's like the first rollout, because there's another Chase Bank like close to my parents that recently
tellerless.
No tellers. So I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like, what about the drive-through window? Is that still a thing? Like, nobody's...
Yeah, I mean, my thing with that is just, there are some things in my life that I wish I didn't have to involve people. I think banking is one of them. I'm okay with not having to talk to anybody at the bank.
Yeah, but what about opening an account? I know you could do it online, but it's not the same.
What's different?
It's just different.
There are some things that I don't think you need people for.
Like, when I opened up my business account, I would not have wanted to do that online. That was a process.
Okay, yeah. So I think there's two parts of it, right? There's the actual banking part, and then there's the consulting part. I don't need someone to bank. I may need someone to consult with, but I don't need someone to bank. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't need you to take out my $20.
I don't like going. I don't remember the last time. I remember the last time, but it's because I was setting up something. But on a regular day to day, I don't go inside a bank ever. I'm going to the ATM, and that's it, because you can do most things at the ATM.
Right.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yes, I agree. But I also know tellers, and I know, like, that's like a
Is that still a job?
Yeah.
I don't know too many. I don't know any tellers. I used to know one.
Or I know people who work at banks, too. I mean, but there are other portions of the bank that people can work in. I just think it's weird. Like, when I walked into that one 3 years ago, I was just like, this is crazy. If this is gonna be life, this is crazy. And there's just that one girl with the clipboard. Like, do you need help with the machine? Because old people. Yeah. But yeah.
But my thing is, like, the reason why I think it's okay at a bank is because the bank does nothing for me. No, I'm dead serious. Like, and that's why I'm okay with replacing bank tellers, because they do nothing for me. A bank is simply a placeholder for my money. Like, I could perform the same job of a bank at my house. Okay. The bank does nothing for me. Now, the investment part of the bank, that they actually do something for you. They actually work for you.
But even that part, you could do by yourself.
You can, but there's a level of expertise needed. There's no level of expertise needed to deposit money in a bank. Right. Like, or to withdraw. Like, investments, at least some people go to school for that. You don't need to go to school to make a deposit. Like,
what if you need other currency? Then where do you go? I just go to the mall.
I guess. I don't know. I've never done the exchange, but yeah, that could be something you do at the bank. But you could also do that, like, through the machine. Like, my thing is...
So you think they're going to put different currencies in the machine?
No. You make an order.
You got to look in the future, though.
But even then, most currencies, I don't know, I haven't done this, but you don't walk into do you walk in the bank and exchange it there? Or do you make an order? I haven't done it.
When we traveled, I went to Sawgrass. Oh. Like a kiosk.
But I'm pretty sure if you go to the bank, it's an exchange.
And it was just right there.
I'm not 100% certain, but you go to the bank, you tell them, hey, this is what I want to change, until you come back in like a day or two and come pick it up. That's what I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can place an order. But who are you going to place an order with? The machine?
Fine, things like that. But the majority of things that you need to do at a bank, you don't need people.
I don't know, V. And the same thing with fast food, right? So
that's different.
No, because I want to say some McDonald's have self-ordering kiosks.
Yes. No. I agree. They're doing it, but that's different. I need the people there.
For what?
So
if the food is already quote unquote cooked, they just put it in a microwave for like 3 minutes, and then some people dip the fries in the oil. That's it. What do you really need people for?
Okay, so
if it's just a microwave,
this is me and this is what.
And that's no disrespect.
Makes certain places different. I think the employees at certain restaurants make them different. Walmart,
fast food restaurants.
It's fine.
I'm not talking like an Olive Garden.
You think of, even like a competitor, PDQ versus Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. Why is Chick-fil-A so great?
Because it's great.
No, it's the food is not amazing. Like, I don't know why people pretend like Chick-fil-A food is not like out of this world.
Okay.
I think the Chick-fil-A thing is the experience.
I want to hear you keep that same energy.
I will. Like, if you tell me, oh, you want to go to Chick-fil-A?
Because when
PDQ, like,
the last time we went to Chick-fil-A, I was like, oh, are you coming with me? You didn't. You were like, nah, I'll just stay here.
I know.
So then you didn't go to Chick-fil-A for the service.
Here's the thing. After experiencing the service, I've developed a partiality to Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. I like Chick-fil-A more because I've been there and I know what they're about. And it's not just like a slogan. Like at Chick-fil-A, it's literally the people are an embodiment of what they stand for. And I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's why Chick-fil-A is better, because the customer service there is like legit, and I don't think the food is A1. I just feel like
the customer service for when you're ordering,
all of it, from start to finish. Because even now we have, I don't know the people. Now we have mobile ordering, right? Mm-hmm.
So and even Publix, where shopping is a pleasure, right? You can literally order on the app,
yes,
or on the website. Like, I don't really have to have interaction. It's just, oh, hello, order for Jackie. Okay, you pass me the bag. Have a good day. Period. Like, but we're done.
The thing is, like,
what's the customer service in that?
The thing is, but this is what I'm saying. The thing is, at this point, it's already been established. You've been going to Chick-fil-A before they did mobile ordering. Okay. You've been going to Publix from before you could order online. Okay. And the reason why you like those places better is more so because of the experience. Like, the same stuff they sell at Publix, they sell at Winn-Dixie and all those other places. Like, it's a pleasure because of the people.
Right.
Like, and that's why I feel like there are some industries where.
So you think in the future matters. That's still going to be a thing?
To me. Like, Chick-fil-A is not Chick-fil-A because of the food. Chick-fil-A is Chick-fil-A because of the people.
Okay.
Like, I'm never afraid that somebody's like gonna spit in my food, or they're gonna drop something, pick it back up and put, cause like Chick-fil-A would never.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's the people. I'm telling you, they've built up that reputation in my mind because of the people.
Yeah. So what else do you think might change after this quarantine?
Outside of technology?
Yeah, no, anything really, but yeah, technology, I guess.
As far as technology, I feel like...
Because there's a bit of technology in everything.
Yeah, there's going to be an uptick, like, in different, like, face-to-face, like, video conferencing and video calling. Because now, like, we all enjoyed FaceTime because it was just something fun to do. Now that, like, FaceTime, Zoom, all that has become a necessity.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to find ways to make it better. And all these companies are going to try to find ways to be different and like how to increase the experience. Like,
right.
Because I think there's going to be a large, like, we're going to have more people who go to work from home because a lot of these companies figure out like we can still get the same amount of work done without people being here.
Yeah.
More kids are probably going to go to virtual school. Or
That's
not.
Crazy.
Maybe parents have gotten sick of their kids being at home and they're looking for more reasons to get them out. But I think some people are going to want to, like, keep their kids at home now.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they can maybe control the environment a little bit.
I agree.
And yeah, I think video conferencing is going to, like, someone's going to take it to the next level.
I think someone or whoever develops these things is going to come up with some type of purifying system.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Cleaning?
Because this is all because of, like, a virus, because of bacteria or whatever. Like, something with cleaning is going to change.
It's going to pop.
Yeah. So, like, whether you walk into a grocery store, I don't know if they going to spray you with something or if the doors are going to have some type of thing. Yeah. Like, some type of system to clean.
I agree. Like we were talking earlier about how after 9/11, security went to like the next level.
Yeah.
And even like little things like all these different schools, like you had to start wearing ID badges and like they just took security to the next level. Now people gonna have to be cleaner. I, for one, appreciate it.
But I don't think we're gonna leave it up to people to be cleaner. I think they're going to develop something like, this is what's happening. Like,
yeah, I would say because like I don't know exactly what they have, right? But that church that was in Tampa and the pastor was still having service, he said he had like these things that would zap in germs and like if you sneeze it would kill the germ within like milliseconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was talking about, but if there's anything like that that's available, it's going to be widespread.
Yeah.
And especially like you think about places like stadiums, schools, places where large groups of people gather. If they don't figure something out, I don't know how you can go back to stuff like that. Like, you can talk about, like, they're talking about bringing sports back and no fans to start. And then eventually you're going to social distance people at games. I don't know basic business, but they're talking about like one person skip a seat, next person, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
None of these stadiums are going to be able to afford to have half-empty stadiums. Yeah. You have to figure something out. Or you're going to have... You can't wear a mask.
And even cleaning the stadiums. They don't clean them.
Not the way you want.
They don't clean those stadiums.
Yeah.
They don't go in and clean every individual seat.
Like...
Unless you're on, like, the floor.
How do you get on a plane after that, right? Where things are cramped.
Yeah.
They have to come up with stuff now. So, yeah, I agree. That would definitely be a spot, like...
Yeah, because I don't even know how the air works on a plane, if it's just, like, recycled.
It's supposed to... Because I went on a flight, right? Like, at the beginning of this, I did, like, a little research. And depending on your flight, but they go for every 20 to 30 minutes, they recycle in fresh air or newer air. So it's not like you're breathing that same air for the whole flight.
Got it.
So something else is going to have to change just because... Proximity. Like, we've learned, like, this 6-foot thing now. How much of it are we going to keep in regular life after this, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes it seem like, man, maybe I should have been staying that far away from people this whole time. Like... Yeah.
I mean, and some people think like that. I'm a germaphobe, right? I've gotten better with time. But I am the type of person, like, why is this person standing right behind me in the grocery line or whatever? Like, why is this person coughing on me right at church? Like, right behind me? Like, stuff like that. I'm, like, freaked out and I feel like I have to shower immediately. Yeah. Like, wash my hair, everything. But it's just, I don't know how we're going to control that. Like, you can't tell people, even now, this 6 feet thing, not everybody is really doing it. Like,
I mean, to a degree,
the stores
like,
and stuff.
They literally have lines and marks on the floor now.
Yes.
On how to stay 6 feet away from people.
Yes. But even when you're in the aisle, if I need the peanut butter and you're in front of the peanut butter, kind of need to just go right next to you and grab the peanut butter.
I don't think you can't eliminate personal space totally, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible. But I think in areas that we can, I think they'll start doing it.
I think if you want to start a business, start a cleaning business.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because, boy, this is the time.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
Like, all types of disinfectants.
Yeah.
They're going to come up with better Lysol wipes and, like, yeah. It's just going to be... I think masks are going to maybe start becoming like a fashion item. Like
it already is, no?
But I'm saying like designer mask. And like that might be a thing soon.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Isn't it? A Louis mask? You give me a Louis mask?
I think they made one. Or who was it? Yeah, I think they were the ones.
It could be a thing. Like that's crazy, but that's where we're moving as a society.
Yeah.
This has been like the craziest thing that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Literally, a virus has shut us all down. And the scarier part is, it looks like it could be the common cold. Like, you won't know. And that's one of my big things. No more will you see people, like, going to work sick, going to school sick. That's done.
You would hope.
No, but like when I started working, I had a boss, and one time I came to work sick, and he literally went to the store and bought me Dayquil and like napkins or like not toilet tissue, but like tissue and stuff, so I could stay at work and work. That would never happen again.
Go home, bro.
You cough, get out.
Yeah.
Like at school, a kid sneezes, call your mom. Like, come pick him up. You can't have kids sick anymore at school.
That's crazy.
You could have corona. Like, it's crazy. You could have corona.
Yeah. What about, like, in our homes, though? Because this is at public places. Mm-hmm. What's going to change, or what do you think could be the future at home? Because, like, do they need to update air filters? Do they need to, like, as soon as you come in?
I think, kind of like you said, maybe better air filtration, like, type of, like, you know how we have humidifiers and all that, like, maybe they have something that's spitting out disinfectant. I don't know.
Spitting out where?
I don't know. Look, you're asking me to, like, I'm not a...
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, we were already going towards the smart home type of vibe. So, like, what else? Like, even in the movie Smart House, right? Yeah. The Disney movie. When they spilled a drink on the counter just, like...
sucked it up.
Yeah, it like evaporated and cleaned it up. So I was just like, like what's? I mean, obviously that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But like, what can happen?
I don't know.
Like, what are some changes?
Like I feel like you have all these like theories and ideas.
I don't think it's a theory. I think it's just my mind is like, what's gonna change? Like,
I have no idea. Like, what would you want to happen?
Like at some point we didn't have a microwave, but then microwaves happened.
You know how like they have like the blue light to clean to sanitize like the clippers at the barbershop and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll have something like that,
like for utensils. Because when people come over, you're just trusting that people wash their dishes properly.
That's the thing. I definitely
you're hoping this fork is clean for real.
Gotta like eye it a little bit like.
So what you think, we're supposed to put utensils under a blue light?
I don't know. You're asking me to guess. I have no idea. This is a guessing
episode.
I have no idea.
But we were also conspiracy theory. We were also like getting into, under the current matter, things that could go wrong with technology. And one of the things that did go wrong in Smart House was that the house kind of turned on them and was going crazy. Like, this is my house. Yeah. Like, I do what I want. So I feel like that could happen if we just continue to just let technology kind of boss us around.
I'm afraid of how far we're going to let technology go. Like, you think about people who have self-driving cars.
Yeah.
What if they just like go haywire and the system goes down and like cars are just running into each other?
But at the same time, you're in the car, so you can still control it. You're not just gonna have a self-driving car with nobody in it.
No, but the part about it is that
because that's like the little car robot.
But you're not controlling it. That's the thing.
But you can if you're sitting in the driver's seat.
You think but that's the point. It's technology.
I feel you.
Technology, like what if
it has a mind of its own?
Overrides the technology, and now it's not working on the manual brake. It's only the ideology brake. Like it's crazy. Like
yeah. But I mean, the government is listening to our conversation now and thinking of...
They're watching me through my laptop camera.
You got to cover that up, bro.
One day.
But yeah, I just think of stuff like that. Like in the Black Mirror episode, the Miley episode, he hasn't seen it yet, but she was basically a famous singer. I don't think she was Miley though. And she had this little doll that they manufactured to like say things that she says or sing the way she does. And this one doll would like copy everything that she's saying and like program, like it was just programmed to hear people, kind of like our phones and our iPads or whatever. And eventually the doll turned on her and like tried to kill her. It was crazy. Or they used that doll. Like, people behind the doll tried to kill her or whatever. But yeah, I just feel like technology could really set us up for the worst.
And that's why I don't have an iPhone, because I feel like...
But you have an iPad. And you do have an iPhone.
You have an iPad.
Oh, now it's my iPad. Listen, just let me know.
I'm just saying. Like...
And it's crazy, because when we watch stuff on the iPad, sometimes it'll stop and Siri will be like, hey, you said what? And I'm like, no, girl. The show said that. Like, what is happening? Listening. She does. What about like different apps after this?
New apps that what?
Yeah, like obviously. So we've been using House Party. Mm-hmm. Virtual parties are like a thing now. I'm just thinking of like different apps that could help with communication or help with work.
I mean, the only things I can think of that we could add would be just like the different types of communication and like team collaboration apps. Yeah. They would just make them better. Because a lot of this stuff exists, but they existed for convenience. Mm-hmm. Now we've learned that like sometimes you like need to rely on these, and they actually need to like be efficient and effective.
I guess in a direction of like what could go wrong with apps. You know how when Snapchat first came out, it was like, oh, all these girls and their filters or whatever, you don't even know what they look like anymore, et cetera, et cetera. What if now it's like almost like in Catfish, right? When they're like, have you FaceTimed each other? And you're like, why? It's so accessible. But now you could probably be like FaceTiming as somebody else, or
you have all these conspiracy
because if it's out there, if there's a filter that you could take a picture with or do videos with, why not video calls?
And
there's
thing,
apps
right?
that make you look different.
I agree. But why would well, I know why some
because if everything's virtual, and especially if it's like, oh, I'm not out there, I can't date right now or whatever.
That's scary.
Like I'm gonna put on a face, like.
I mean, that's scary.
But that's a possibility.
It is, but I'm just gonna hope that people don't become that sick that they'll come up with an app to change how you look and trick people on FaceTime. Like that's the point.
What you literally said, people do it on Instagram right now. Why not FaceTime?
But that's a still picture, right? Like you can edit
and
still
videos.
Picture.
People do it in Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, right? Like taking Hollywood technology and bringing it over to like our regular life is scary. Because that's kind of the point of FaceTime.
Yeah.
Right now it's like, okay, you don't know what someone looks like. Because, you know, their pictures could be one thing, but like, it's supposed to be the closest version of seeing someone in person. Yeah. Is like to see them in video. Because in real time, it's hard to manipulate video like that. Right. So if someone's creating stuff to, in real time, manipulate video, that'd be kind of scary. Because it is the Snapchat filter of it, but you know sometimes like, oh, that's just a filter. But technology is getting better.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't want to think. I'm not even thinking about. I don't want to
because
think
it's
about that.
Okay. Or even like if we think of it politically or whatever, like whatever. Like say the government comes out with Say a president comes out with a statement or something, or even like that guy that was running. I think we had him as a current matter, and he was like, "I want to be your."
Oh, yeah.
So he could have easily said, like today, he could have easily said if it wasn't real, like, oh no, somebody face swapped me. Like, I never said that or whatever. Like, things could be hidden, like misconstrued because of apps or face swapping.
This big thing with like deep fakes. Yeah. Especially, you know, the Russians and all that, where they talk about how they try to manipulate our elections. And they'll take like videos and almost like voice over what people said and to create just even if a fake video, but to spread certain messages or to start certain rumors, and that's bad enough. But like if people are easily doing this at home, that would be tough. Like I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like that's so just like scary and morbid. Like I don't want to speak it into existence.
But
This was your brainchild. I do not like talking about stuff like this.
Because I just think, like, things are going to change after this. Could be for better, could be for worse.
Yeah, let's think about for better.
I'm just saying, like, there are positive things that could happen.
For sure.
And there are the negatives that could happen. And those are some of the negatives.
It's all negatives, but okay.
That's not all negative. Mobile orders.
Some mobile
and
orders.
to you, not having a teller is not negative. So
it's not.
See?
I think that's positive. I don't want to get
negative to the tellers.
I guess, but they could easily...
What you mean, I guess? Where they gonna work?
The thing about their job, it was never really important.
Okay. No offense.
Like, I don't think that is a essential job. Like...
Banks are still open right now, right?
Yes.
So they're essential.
I have theories about banks, but yes. I won't get into
but
that
I have all the conspiracy theories.
Well, it's not necessarily theory. I just feel like they've made themselves to be so important, but they're not really that important. They've diminished in importance so much. But I feel like that's a whole other episode. Okay. You make no money at your bank. You can do the same thing in a shoebox at your house, if we're going to be honest.
Okay.
It's just better for people who aren't disciplined. But if you're disciplined, keep your money at home. What's the point of leaving it at a bank? It's just for safety. That's it. Yeah,
but at home, you don't have the technology to keep track of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do. Pen and paper.
So you're going to literally... Yeah, but you have other factors at your home. Like in a bank, a teller can't just go into your account and take out $500 just because they feel like it.
They can't.
But your teenage son, on the other hand...
That's what I'm saying. Safety. That's it. But if you buy a safe, it can do the same thing.
Ish.
People are scamming people.
And it's less convenient.
Every day.
Yeah, and then it's on the bank. If they scam your shoebox, that's on you.
For sure. So liability, fine. Place the liability on the bank. I'm just saying, they're a ripoff.
Please use a bank, guys. Don't listen to Jocks, because he uses a bank too.
I do. I'm just saying, they're not as important as they make themselves out to be.
All right. I think we're done with the Michel Matter. You want to move on to listener questions?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so don't forget, you can always send us questions at michelmatters@gmail.com. Or, you can just hit us up on the regular. So today's question, it is, my stimulus check just hit. Let's go. Do you have any ideas on how you're spending yours, or what a good investment would be for that money? That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Not a lot, but yeah. How are you spending your stimulus money, Jackie?
I am not spending it. Putting it in the savings.
Yeah, for a lot of people, I feel like, especially if you're not working, that money is like going to essentials.
Yeah.
Right now, but if you are still working and you've been blessed with your stimulus money, first things first, don't forget to tithe.
That's good.
Y'all want to hit that, but no. But second, I feel like just one, if you're looking to build up your savings, that's a great place to start. Unexpected money to hit the savings, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I think it depends on your situation, like you're saying. If you
have debt,
yeah,
throw it at the debt. You're talking about untaxed money?
But I think my train of thought was like our savings is not bad.
Yeah.
But I also feel like a lot of people are not on the right state of mind right now to do anything crazy with their money. So like some people would say, oh, invest it in this or buy a stock here and there or whatever, put it in your in your retirement or whatever. And that is if you're in good standing financially. But for us, I feel like we are in good standing, but I wouldn't even want to touch that right now just because I'm thinking of other things
during
this time.
But
yeah. So I'm just like, just put it away, and we'll see what happens in the future.
But I mean, it depends. Like, the money came at such a I guess not late time, but especially early when everything first started happening.
Yeah.
And the market was crashing to a degree. I would have definitely tell you, hey, throw it in the market. Because, you buy low, sell high. So you try to come in and it's not the greatest, but this is when you make money. You make money usually in tragedy or when people aren't doing as good. For the people with cash, that's who wins. Like, in times like this, cash wins. So if you're interested in like investing, I mean, even I'm pretty new to it. I downloaded Robinhood and I bought a couple things. Jackie held me back. If I would have threw my stimulus money in there, I had a nice little profit. But yeah, I mean, you can start off with that. But as far as investing, it's not that much money to like say go start an investment account, or it will make the biggest difference to your retirement.
Yeah.
Jackie might be right. Maybe saving it isn't the worst idea.
Yeah. And that's, again, if you are still working, if you still are getting income. If you're not, obviously, you want to make sure you got a roof, you got water, electricity, food. Those are important things. So, yeah. But, I mean, all of what you said is, you could do all of those things. Like, it's up to you. It's just really what your financial plans and goals are. If you got kids, you could throw some in a, college plan or
start a vacation account,
a vacation fund. Because after this, I don't know what flights are gonna look like.
$1,200? Nah, you might be able to get a nice little suite somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm definitely in that boat. Oh no, I'm going on a vacation. And I know a Royal Caribbean suite is going to be way cheaper after this.
Okay.
It's going to see me.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. So, yeah. But, yeah, I hope you guys did get your checks if you are, what's that called? Eligible. And hoping you're spending it wisely. So, that's the most important thing.
And tithe. All right.
Tithe, if you love the Lord.
On to the business spotlight.
Yes. This episode's Business Spotlight is a place that we went to before any of this craziness happened.
Back when we was outside.
Yes. So, when they let us back outside, you guys should try this out. But they also have a carry-out menu, so you can still order from your home. We went to Victory Restaurant and Lounge. It's a Black-owned spot in Midtown. It was really good.
Yeah.
And it looks good. Like, they didn't cut corners, like nothing, because sometimes we be a little shaky, but
it's a nice little brunch spot. We went for dinner.
Yeah.
I want to go back for brunch. But yeah, it looks good. I think that was like the big thing that caught me as soon as I walked in. And it's not just because it's Black owned, but it just looks really nice.
Very.
So it definitely is. And I want to say I had a ribeye with a 5 mac and cheese. That was pretty good.
And asparagus.
Yes. Yeah. But it was the strawberry Henny lemonade. That was good. That was the kicker though. I gotta go back.
And I had the lobster fried rice.
Yeah,
lobster fried rice. And then on top of that, it was like fried lobster tails. It was so good, guys. And for dessert, we had a bread pudding. I don't remember what kind of bread pudding, but there was like berries on it. And I think it was some type of sauce, like a Henny sauce.
I think it was a Henny sauce.
Yeah, it was really good. And we
Very
went
authentic.
Yeah, we went with authentic. We went with 2 other couples, so that was really cool. That was the last time we went on like a date with other people.
Yeah, man, I miss being outside.
Yeah. But you can order in and you can have your own date night at home, light some candles. We did that the other day and it was really nice. So definitely check them out. We'll link them below and we'll tag them and all that stuff. I think one day I was even watching Ratchet Television and I saw Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, that they were shooting there. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. What?
I ruined a good spot.
No, it's fine. But yeah, that completes this episode.
All right.
And if you're a business and you want to be shouted out, let us know.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
Because sometimes we don't know what y'all do. Yeah. Or who to shout out. Yeah.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes.
Another one in the books.
Bye.
See you.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. That you might work. That you might work.